Crafty Meraki YouTube channel. It's Erica with you today, and today I am actually not going to do anything holiday related. I am going to go for florals. Surprise, surprise. So I am going to make a card with the Reason to Smile stamp set because it's so lovely. I have to use it again. So I'm going to stamp that up with the help of my Misty and my Copic friendly blackout detail ink from Ink on 3 on Copic friendly paper. And then I'm going to, with the help of my trusted little Copic notebook, I'm going to have a look through some of these combinations, and I do think I will probably go for something kind of vibrant red with this color combination of green, because it is still the holiday, so I guess I will try to go with the flow for a little bit longer. But this is one of my newest green combinations, which I just find is really lovely. I do like this sort of green with a hint of yellow for spring colors, because it feels more springy, but this feels definitely more sort of wintry. And I do have another couple of greens to maybe add in the mix, so the G82 and the G85, but we will see. I will definitely use these and some kind of combination of this red or this one here, like this. So I am going to start by stamping this up, and then we will see where the coloring takes us. So my coloring is done, and what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and add some gold splatter to this, because it just adds a little bit of an extra nice flair. So I'm going to do that off camera because it is quite messy work. Actually, I decided to show this part anyway because I do use a splatter box. So I just pop my card into the bottom, I mix up my gold watercolor, take my paintbrush, and this is actually an L ruler, and then I just tap, 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 tap. And the more watercolor you have on your paintbrush, the bigger drops you're gonna get. So if you don't want lots of big ones, you just tap that off to the side and then tap with a light touch with your paintbrush. And then if you're happy, obviously leave it to dry like that, or if you want more, you go ahead and add until you're happy. And I think we probably have a good amount here. That will do. We're gonna leave that to dry now. Right, so my coloring and my gold splatters are done and dry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the birthday slimline tag. We're not actually going to use the tag itself today. We are going to use the birthday, and we are going to cut that right out of the flowers on top. And then we're probably going to add, we're going to go happy or wishes, birthday wishes, happy birthday. Let's do happy birthday, just like straight to the point. So I am going to cut this out off camera, and I will be back with the cut panel. The die cutting of the panel is done, and I made sure that I kept all of the little puzzle pieces. And then I've also cut out another 2 out of just white blank cardstock. These 2 I'm going to layer up so that we can kind of pop this up a little bit for an eclipse look. And then I've also cut out the happy out of a panel that is actually heat embossed. So this is like homemade glitter shimmer cardstock, and this is just going to go on top. So this is going to be raised up a little bit, and I might even add in 1 piece of black cardstock to kind of help bring out the just to kind of bring in a little bit of like a contrast so that you can see the birthday. And in fact, I'm going to do that right now. So I got my black piece, and I also did another black piece for the happy. So hopefully this is going to make everything kind of stand out a little bit. So I am going to just glue these together and you might see here at the bottom here, this one is not perfectly cut because I actually used scrap pieces of paper. However, this is going to be right at the bottom, so it's going to be flush with this piece of cardstock here. So it doesn't have to be perfect. So make sure that you use up all your scrap bits of cardstock as well to cut down on your waste and save money for more fun stuff. So I am using some liquid adhesive here because whenever I am layering up dies like this that need to be kind of perfect, I always want to have those extra few seconds to get everything perfectly into place. So there you go. With some of the, especially like double-sided tape, you got to get it right, or that's it. It's just not gonna look good. So I think I'm gonna put the black piece closest to the surface, if you like, to the colored piece. So that is hopefully gonna make my my coloring stand out even more. And adding in a black piece in like the sort of the layers, it's just a clever little way of kind of bringing, it's rather than saying it gives a shadow, it's more like a very subtle frame for your piece here. So what we're going to do now is I'll show you this obviously close up when it's all finished as well. So we're going to pop out all the little pieces and make sure that we keep all of those, because we're going to need those to go into the card as well so that it doesn't look weird. And then we're going to make sure that we cut all this or pop all this out without destroying anything, because sometimes when your cardstock is super saturated with color like this, it can get a little bit soft and almost like, I want to say, stringy. So it can rip a little bit, so you do need to be quite careful. So we're gonna add a little bit more of this liquid glue, and this has quite quickly become my favorite kind of go-to. I used to use the little glue tubes, but I do feel like I have more of I get a better grip here, because like with the little glue tubes, it's so tiny. I do love them still, but this, I do kind of feel like I'm getting a better grip, and it's more ergonomic basically. So I can tell sometimes that my hands aren't as young as they used to be. So I do get a little bit of like cramping, almost like a bit of an achy feeling in my joints. Age is not very nice to me. And it just, for me, it helps having that slightly bigger grip, so I don't have to like pinch so hard. Anyway, so here is, and you can see here, I can actually move these pieces around with this liquid adhesive. So that is super helpful. And you might not be able to see it against my work mat here, but if you look at this, you see that there is just that tiny bit of black to kind of help bring your eye into it. So I am going to obviously make sure I keep all those pieces, and then we're gonna glue this down onto our card base, and then we're gonna puzzle all this in, and we're gonna puzzle this up as well. So we're gonna put the glue on the back of this little piece rather than on the black piece. And this is what I do when I want to have a little bit more control over where the glue goes, because if I add it to the background piece, it is so easy to kind of go a little bit crazy with the glue, and then you have all like sort of glue seepage, which is obviously not good. So we're gonna try to get that in there. There we go. And then press down gently, clean up a little bit right there. And the good thing about this adhesive as well is that it does dry clear, so you don't have to worry about like big white blobs on your cards if you do get some seepage. So I am going to put the cap on. It didn't want to come on. I'm going to cut out myself a card base, and then we're going to put this whole thing together. So, you know, I was all, make sure you keep all the little bits and pieces and stuff, and I was really careful to make sure I had them all. Well, I still managed to lose one, and it's the one inside the A. Now, I thought maybe I could use my little happy to cover it up like this, but it just doesn't look right. It's just like it's completely the wrong placement. So I think I'm gonna put it where I originally intended for it to go, or maybe even, no, it needs to go in the middle right there, I think. So what I'm gonna do is, because there's no way I will manage to actually cut out that exact piece again, I am going to use another little white piece and kind of just fill that in. And then the question is, do I add some more sparkles or do I leave it as it is? I think I might leave it as it is, actually. So we're gonna just stick this down and then we're gonna fill in that A, and then the card is done. So I really hope you've enjoyed this card today, and if you are looking for a holiday card, you could always color it in with the colors I've used, even with the stamp set, and instead for happy birthday, go for happy Christmas or happy holidays. I do feel like this particular stamp set, it works for all sorts of different color schemes and occasions, so you just need to change up what colors you use and how you color it in. So I am going to locate the little A piece, or the little insert piece, or maybe even cut out a new one. I don't know. I seem to have tidied up my desk, which usually I don't do until I'm finished with a card, but now of course I did. So I will be right back. So I've actually cut out another little piece. I ended up cutting out a new one, and then what I did was I popped that right in there, and then I've gone in with one of my Copic markers to add that little bit of green, and also a skinny Copic marker. It's one of these. It's a multi-liner, actually. And I've just filled in the kind of little line there. So unless you know that I lost that piece and that is not the original piece, I think I'm gonna get away with it. So that is the card completely finished, and I love that sort of like illusion of that birthday being popped up. It's such a cool look, and it just adds a little something extra to your cards in a very, very simple way. So that is it for today, but I will see you soon again, and happy holidays. Bye.